Ambassador Collins, thank you so much for being here. Really enjoyed your speech and really appreciate you taking your time to be with Global Atlanta.
It's great to be in Atlanta.
You reiterated in your speech the importance of the U.S.-Irish relationship. I'm wondering, as part of that relationship, there was this strategic review of that relationship which you led, I think. At that point, we heard that Ireland was planning to open a consulate in Atlanta and subsequently Houston. I'm wondering what convinced you that Atlanta was the right place?
Well, yes, we did announce our intention to open the consulate in the first instance in Atlanta and at a later date in Houston, and that's still our intention. So we hope we can move forward with that in this year. But I think we're just very conscious of the fact that Atlanta is such a major economic hub. We already have an Irish government presence here in industrial promotion. The IDA are here, but we felt that to complement that, and also to better outreach maybe to our Scots-Irish community, and better connect generally with the wider Irish-American community, that we would have a presence here as well. But the economics is a primary driver. We have to be able to, of course, sustain and justify any of these decisions on economic grounds, and in that respect, Atlanta is outstanding as a destination, so it's very much a priority for us to get it up and going.
Right. And as part of that economic driver, you mentioned that the Irish government was having to cut back on spending and drive up revenues in order to cope with the crisis. I'm wondering, how does that play into your decision to open consulates? Have you had to close other ones around the world?
Well, one of the reasons why obviously we've had to delay a little bit the opening in Atlanta is because we've had to just sort out what we were doing elsewhere. I don't think we've had to close anywhere of significance yet. Although there has been obviously pressure to cut back generally, there have been cutbacks. I mean, but we've had to find the money in any number of different ways. So it's a much tighter, leaner operation.
Right.
But we've kept essentially it's the same essential global infrastructure as we've always had, and we very much like to add Atlanta to that. I should just say to you that obviously it'll be relatively small in size when we do operate it, but regardless of the size, we just know that it's part of a wider Irish team here, by which I mean our wider Irish community here, who are so supportive of us in every way, with or without an office here. But obviously, when we do open an office here, we will look forward to continuing support from all our good friends here, who are so much a very important part of the community here, the economic community, the business community, the cultural community.
Is there some sort of benchmark we should look for as to when that might possibly happen?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't take any significance from the fact that it hasn't happened today.
Okay.
We're working on it. These things can take a little bit of time, and the last year has been extraordinary. So even though it was this time last year when we announced our intention, the intervening year has been a year of rather extraordinary dimensions. So it can be understood that the delay was in some ways unavoidable, but it still remains a priority for us, and it still remains our intention to establish it just as quickly as possible, and the plan is to do that this year.